80,000 fans are about to enter this stadium. None of them realize they're walking over an underground city. By the time you find your seat, you've already walked over a highway, a command center, and a hospital. Because a modern World Cup stadium isn't really one building, it's a stack of hidden ones, buried underneath the pitch, the seats, the concourse, and every single layer has to work perfectly for 90 minutes of football to happen. So let's go down, floor by floor, into the city nobody sees. The first layer is the one you've actually seen, for about 8 seconds, right before kickoff, the player tunnel. But that famous tunnel is only the visible tip of something much bigger. At SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, engineers built a second tunnel that fans never see at all, a 600-foot service road buried underground, built for one very specific reason. SoFi sits directly under one of LAX Airport's flight paths. To avoid interfering with incoming planes, the entire stadium had to be built 100 feet into the ground, which meant even delivery trucks needed their own private routes straight down to field level. That tunnel runs 600 feet, wide enough for 2 lanes of trucks, engineered to survive an earthquake without cracking. And it's not just LA. Every World Cup venue has some version of this, a hidden road network built specifically so that nothing a fan needs to see ever has to cross paths with the things a stadium needs to survive a match day. Keep descending and you reach the layer that never sleeps, stadium security. For this World Cup, an intelligent command center is watching crowd density and security conditions across all 16 host venues simultaneously, flagging problems to officials before fans in the stands would ever notice anything was wrong. Some of what's patrolling down here isn't even human. 4-legged robots, the same kind built by Boston Dynamics, walk the underground service corridors at several venues, checking restricted areas that are hard for staff to monitor around the clock. At some stadiums, including venues in Boston, Miami, and Atlanta, registered fans don't even need a physical ticket. Their face is the ticket. AI recognition scans them straight through the gate. Behind all of it sits one of the largest security operations ever built for a sporting event. Over $625 million in federal funding and more than 400 law enforcement agencies coordinating across the US host cities alone. Head down one more level and you'd expect to find the TV trucks. You'd be wrong. Most of the real broadcast brain isn't even in the stadium anymore. Every camera feed from every one of the 16 stadiums gets sent in real time to a single broadcast center in Dallas, Texas. Each match uses around 45 to 50 cameras, pole cams, cable cams, drones, even referee body cameras. And almost none of the people controlling them are actually at the stadium. Replay operators, graphics teams, and even the specialists adjusting camera color are working from Dallas, sometimes over 1,000 miles from the pitch they're broadcasting. To move that much video, engineers laid down 80,000 miles of fiber optic cable for this tournament. That's enough to circle the entire planet 3 times over. Even the ball is part of the network. A sensor chip inside it records motion 500 times every second, sending data straight to the video assistant referee system the instant it's touched. Keep going, and you reach a set of rooms FIFA requires at every single venue, but hopes almost nobody ever needs to visit. Every host venue has a dedicated medical center built to FIFA specification, along with safety zones and rooms specifically reserved for dignitaries and emergency response. Spaces most fans will walk directly over without ever knowing they exist. There's also the mixed zone, a corridor players are required to walk through after the final whistle, where journalists wait to catch a reaction before anyone's even had time to process what just happened. And tucked away from all of it, a doping control room, used after every single match of the tournament, whether anyone in the stands ever thinks about it or not. One more level down, and the smell changes completely. At a stadium like SoFi, roughly 147 separate concession stands are scattered through the concourse, but the vast majority of that food starts in one single central kitchen buried below the stands. That kitchen can prepare thousands of meals in a single sitting, running 12 to 14 hours straight on match day before any of it ever reaches a fan's hands. From there, everything moves out through the loading docks, the same hidden entrances that bring in the trucks, the equipment, and the thousands of staff nobody in the stands will ever notice. But the strangest system isn't the tunnels, the hospital, or the command center. It's the grass itself. Most of these venues are built for American football, with artificial turf underneath. To meet FIFA's requirement for natural grass, engineers installed an entire growing system: soil, sand, irrigation, and airflow on top of the concrete. Since some of these stadiums block natural sunlight, Massive grow lights are wheeled out across the pitch, or hung permanently from above, just to keep the grass alive between matches. Tunnels below the tunnel. A command center watching 16 cities at once. A broadcast brain 1,000 miles away. A hospital nobody visits. A kitchen the size of a small factory. And grass kept alive by machines. All of it running silently, so that 90 minutes of football can happen without a single hitch. Now picture that same fan again, the one from the very first shot, walking in through the gates, no idea what's underneath them. They'll cheer a goal without knowing 45 cameras just caught it from every possible angle. They'll eat a hot dog without knowing which kitchen made it. They'll walk right over a hospital they'll hopefully never need. And that's exactly how it's supposed to work. The entire underground city exists for one reason, so that everyone above it never has to think about it at all. Fans come for the 90 minutes above ground, but the World Cup is built by the hidden city below it. If this is the kind of thing that makes football even more interesting, this channel digs up one hidden world like this every single week. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next one. Drop a like if that tunnel fact surprised you, and share this with the one friend who will never watch a World Cup the same way again.